Good morning! How are you this morning? Want your breakfast? Yes? Oh my gosh, that was a high jump. Today is Monday and we are in the first week of June and it is very, very gloomy outside. We are currently experiencing the June gloom and that's definitely getting me in the cozy vibes. And immediately when I think of cozy, I think a good blanket, some books, reading. Right now, I don't have any makeup on. I got a bare face. So we have to do some makeup. Yeah, I was really excited for the summer to come around and now that it's here, it's looking like fall weather outside. It's super gloomy, but I honestly don't mind it because I know for the rest of the summer, it'll probably be really hot. I was like, you know what? I may as well just take advantage of the weather and have a nice little cozy day today. By the way, I totally forgot if I mentioned about the update about the skin tint, but I recently got the Kylie Cosmetics blurring skin tint and it is so good. It's coming from a girly who loves skin tints over foundation. More of like a soft matte kind of finish, and it also is a silicone based skin tint, which I had no idea. You definitely have to pair this one with a silicone based primer, and I just been using this Rare Beauty one that I've had. It's really good. I'm not used to the formula of it because normally like all my other skin tints are more water based and they're more glowy and hydrating, but this one kind of has almost a soft matte finish, but I want to say fully matte because it doesn't look like that, but it's just more for oily skin. I feel like wearing the skin tint, literally sweating for like 8, 10, 12-hour days, and it really does hold up. If anything, it just kind of settles and melts into your skin and looks a little more glowy, but at the end of the night, it still looks really good. Makeup is done. I just have to complete it with a lip gloss. This one has been my absolute favorite. This one is the Kylie Cosmetics Supple Lip Kiss Glaze, and this one is in the shade Lover Girl. It is the prettiest cool toned pink lip gloss, and the formula of it's really good. It's not like sticky or anything, and it's super hydrating, which I need because I have crusty lips. Okay guys, I'm back home and I got my iced coffee. So good. I ordered the coffee bean recently. Has been a little bit of a healthier option. So if you're looking for that, I get an iced vanilla latte. Instead of the regular vanilla powder that they use, I get the no sugar added vanilla powder. Half of that with almond milk and extra ice. So good. It's like the perfect balance of espresso, a little bit of the sweet vanilla, but it's not like overly sweet, and the almond milk is so good. I actually went because I thought I was gonna get a seat and sit down, have a coffee, and read a new book that I brought, but sadly there was no seating available. So I was like, you know what, I'll just take it to go. But I did go to a thrift store afterwards. I wanted to go just see what they have. I know usually I see better things at thrift stores during the weekdays because everything comes through on the weekend. Weekends, they fully restock, like they get all the good inventory and then they put it back on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I actually got lucky this time and I got 2 books for a total of $5, which is amazing. You guys ever have those books where they're on your TBR, like you know of them, they have been something you've been eyeing, but they're not like a priority read for you, but they're just one that you eventually want to get to. For me, that was this series right here. I have been looking at these books for a long time. I've heard a lot of things about them, both good and bad. I feel like people either love these books or they're just not a fan of them. So this is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and also It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I have been, again, really interested in reading these, but they just haven't been like on my top priority, but I am really excited. The only thing is that, well, this one, It Starts With Us, was in pretty good condition. Like, it doesn't really have many flaws. I guess it has a little, you know, like flap crevice right there, but that's nothing too bad. And then I went through them. I don't see any like writing or anything bad. This one, It Ends With Us, is a little more beat up, sadly. She's a little more worn down. You can see like this part up here. Pages were like creased and everything, but they're just minor issues. It wasn't anything like the book is unreadable. And I thought about actually getting these at the library, but the only thing is that these are the types of books where they're never available at the library. So I was like, okay, I have to read these eventually and I have to get to them. I heard that you should read It Ends With Us first. This actually takes you throughout her story, and then I believe It Starts With Us gives you a little bit of backstory on the character's personal life and just like before all of this happens. I will read this one first. This one says, Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She comes a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle cannot speak today. Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, has a total soft spot for Lily, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions of her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. End With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. Very interesting. I will definitely get around to that one. And then this one, It Starts With Us, says, before it ends with us, it started with Atlas. Lily and Ryle have just settled into a civil co-parenting rhythm with their daughter, Emerson, when Lily suddenly runs into Atlas nearly 2 years after they last spoke. Related that the timing finally seems to be right to give what they have together a real chance, Atlas asks Lily on a date. But Lily's excitement is almost immediately replaced by dread and anxiety when Lily remembers that Ryle, though no longer her husband, is still very much part of her life. Although Ryle would dislike Lily dating anyone but him, Atlas Corrigan is the one man he absolutely will not stand in having his ex-wife and daughter's lives. Okay, so basically It Starts With Us kind of tells a lot that happened already in the first book, but that seems really interesting. The books seem pretty loaded with a lot of stuff going on in there, so I am definitely excited to read these. Again, they're not on my priority, but I will get to them when I want to read this type of book. Okay, but now let's talk about a book that I mentioned in my last book vlog that I was going to complete. And I did, and I have my spoiler-free review on it. And this one is Expiration Dates by Rebecca Serrell. First of all, the cover is so pretty. I love it. This one is the paperback version. Also, they do have a hardcover, and I love the way the hardcover looks. I've seen it all over TikTok, and I saw it online. It's really pretty. It's a pink one. So if you like pink, you might want to get the hardcover, but I also really like the paperback one. I feel like it's really cute. I love the font here on the expiration dates and the like colors going on. But okay, spoiler-free review, my thoughts on it. So this book is a magical realism book, which I had no idea that was even like a thing or a category. I'm still learning about the whole like book genres and all that. It's fiction. It obviously has pretty much all romance in this book, but a lot of self-reflection on the main character. So the main character's name is Daphne. She's around 30 years old. She lives in Los Angeles, and every time she goes on a date, or before she goes on dates with guys, she gets this paper right from the universe or whatever. She gets these papers of the expiration dates of how long it's gonna last being with that guy. So that continues to happen in her life, but then one day she gets this piece of paper that does not have an expiration date on it and only the name, and the name is Jake. Jake in the book is the character that she pursues a possible relationship with him. She really gets to know him, and in the book he is just all green flags, right? Like, he is caring, he is patient, he's nice, he vibes with her. All around he seems like a great guy to be compatible with Daphne. But throughout the book you also learn about her past life. You also learn about her ex-boyfriends and why those relationships didn't work out. There's one in particular named Hugo that kind of, like, their relationship between her and Hugo really go throughout the book, and I didn't really expect that, so that's just one thing that I'll note. And also, at first I didn't really like the main character, Daphne. Like, I didn't really connect with her, if that makes sense, but throughout the book I started to more and more really, like, you really understand who she is, you really understand why she gets these expiration date letters, and then it just takes you into this, like, whoa, okay, like, this is deep. We're learning about her life and what it means to live your life to the fullest. So I would say at first it was like one of those reads where I was like just not really connecting with it, but I did keep going, and then I would say about halfway I started really being like, okay, this is a good book. I was really enjoying it. Also, it takes place in Los Angeles, so I really did enjoy that because I went to LA a couple days ago and it was a really cool experience. And when I went, I was just like, I feel like I'm in the expiration dates book because the author so accurately describes the whole LA vibes. Like, all the dates Daphne goes on are in LA. There's like vegan restaurants. It's just so LA vibes. So if that is your thing, you will definitely like it. The author also has this book called In 5 Years, so I probably will check that one out as well. But yes, overall, loved it. I feel like it's a good, I would say honestly, it's a good palette cleanser. Like, if you're just looking for that, like, fictional, unrealistic, but at the same time, good romance book, I feel like this is a great one. The end, I will say I could predict what happens in the end, but there were some twists along the way that I did not see coming. So yes, overall, really, really liked this book. Yeah, now I have to do some miscellaneous organizing. I did some laundry earlier, so I have to put the clean clothes away. And then I think I want to organize my book cart because she's looking very messy right now. So I'll probably do that. I said it was gloomy earlier, but the sun is out now, so I probably will go outside again and just enjoy it while it's here. And yeah, but now let's get to do some organizing. One of my favorite snacks is a Honeycrisp apple with some peanut butter or some almond butter. But I just got this peanut butter recently, and this is going to be my first time trying it. So I'll do a little taste test. But this one is the Santa Cruz Organic Creamy Peanut Butter. It looks really good. It came in a glass jar, so it's kind of bougie. I'm going to wash and cut the apple. Alrighty, there we go. Apple is cut. Now let's try this peanut butter. You gotta give it that good mix to get all the stuff on the top. Presentation wise, it doesn't really look the most appetizing. Let's try it. It's really good. Definitely not salty at all. It just has that fresh peanut butter taste, and for it having like clean ingredients, I really like it. Yum! It's later in the evening now. I am sitting below at the edge of my bed area because I'm about to organize my book cart. Here's a before. Honestly, it doesn't really look that bad. I just haven't really taken the time out to fully organize it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take out all of these books and put them back in like a color coordination pattern so it just looks a little bit more neat. And then I also have a whole bunch of newer books, or just like books that I've been reading, liking, up here to put in there as well. So let's just organize this really quick. Just finished organizing it. It looks a lot better. Nothing significant, but when I just look at it, it makes me happy. Here's the after. Again, it's nothing drastic. I feel like with a book cart, you're kind of like limited because, you know, the space and everything. But I did my best to color coordinate all the books, especially on the top area. This is like the part I'm most proud of. But yeah, down here I just have some miscellaneous books. These are like business books, etc. And I tried to kind of color coordinate them like yellows, orange. And here's the top part. I have my Bible, women's study Bible, although I kind of want to have a different book cart eventually, or like a book setup for my Bibles and like my devotionals and stuff, to have my like regular books separate. But for now they are there. And then I have my seasonal ones. This one is like a pumpkin spice one for the fall time. These are some Christmas ones. Love Life Farms, the Christmas Tree Farm. Love that one. And then right here I have my blues. I have Out of the Woods, Expiration Dates, One Golden Summer. Then you go into the little miscellaneous yellow. I thought it'd be cute to put Funny Story because I had the lemons, and I felt like that was an exceptional yellow book cover. It goes into the pinks, which obviously that's my favorite. Like, I love pink books, and we have some there, and then the reds, and then Love and Other Words for the white book. And then I found some like miscellaneous things. This is so funny because I was looking for my journal, and apparently it was just scattered in the depths of this book cart. I actually completed this journal, so I can't really use it anymore. But yeah, I just found that. And then I found another little random notebook as well. And then also I am just going to start this devotional. I've had it in my book cart for a long time, but I actually never picked it up and read it all the way through. So I'm gonna try to read one every single day. This one is 100 Days to Brave, Devotions for Unlocking Your Most Courageous Self. Oh my gosh, guys, tell me why all my books were so incredibly dusty. I guess that's just because they sit here and then they collect dust naturally, but wow, like when in the future when I have a bookshelf, I think I want it to have some covers on it because that was insane. It is currently 9:22 p.m. so I think I'm going to start unwinding now, take my makeup off, do my skincare, and just get like cozy and comfy in my PJs and start a new book. I think I just want to get into this book and read Promise Me Sunshine. So let's get cozy and comfy and start this book. Wait, I almost forgot about the 2 new books I got today. See, with the colors, I'm thinking put them right here between the blue and the purple. I put you right here and this guy right here. Oh, and I also have my 2 bookmarks. I got these ones from Amazon. They are super cute. I will link them below, but I don't really have a place to put them, so I just kind of tuck them in right there. now on chapter 6 of this book. So far, it is really good. Just to give a really quick overview of it, we have the main character. Her name is Lenny. Unfortunately, she loses her best friend to cancer, so she is going through a lot of grievance, and the only job she's taking on are some babysitting gigs. Through that, she lands one and she meets a single mom named Reese and her daughter Ainsley to help out, which then eventually leads to Lenny meeting Ainsley's uncle, which is Miles. I don't know where the two of them are going to go in this whole story plot, but I do know that he is a very important character because he knows a lot about grief himself, so he is really a supportive person in Lenny's life. So far, it's really, really good. I have my laptop because I'm going to end my night doing some cozy gaming, something that I recently got into, and I'm going to play Disney Dreamlight Valley and eventually just doze off and fall asleep. But thank you so much for watching this book vlog. I really hope you enjoyed. If you made it to the end, comment the yellow heart emoji, and I will see you guys soon in the next one. Bye!